Deception, psychological pressure and physical punishment for refusing to take up arms. The cruelty of the Russian army in relation to its own military never ceases to amaze. Commanders threatened to knock out his teeth, hit him with a rifle stock by the head and send him to Ukraine unconscious, says Kirill Berezin, who was mobilized from St. Petersburg. He was denied alternative service and sent to a military unit in the Belgorod region.
Company commander Smerdov threatens him with reprisals, prison, says you will go along with everyone to defend your homeland. Well, he listened to his convictions that he asks to replace his military service with an alternative civilian one. Smerdov says that you will die a slow death, painfully. We will put you on the bus.
After a series of threats from the chief of staff, the mobilized man managed to escape from the unit. Already in St. Petersburg, Berezin turned to the investigative committee. If not by threats, then by deception. 8 oil workers were mobilized in Kazan. The men were sure they had a reservation. Therefore, having received the summons, they went to the military enlistment office for a deferment from military service. However, instead, in the evening, they ended up at the training ground.
One for all and all for one.
And this is a riot mobilized from Chuvashia. More than 100 people refused to go to war because of the absence of promised payments.
When you arrive within 2 or 3 days, one-time payments will be within 300,000. Where are our regional payments?
The authorities in turn explained to the mobilized they did not promise money, but it was only a bill.
Let United Russia go and fight, hand over their party cards and go to the front line. We just got scammed.
Another scandal in the Sverdlovsk region. There, recruits are overwhelmed by lies because there is nowhere to wash. How many mobilized are in Russia exactly is unknown. Earlier, the Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation, Sergei Shoigu, told about 300,000. Media has other figures. Here is a fact. After the announcement of mobilization in Russia, the number of weddings among conscripts has increased dramatically. Now they can legalize their relationship in just a day. Comparing information from registry offices with data from Federal State Statistics Service and the population census, Mediazona online media calculated that by mid-October at least 492,000 people had been mobilized in Russia. The fact that the number of mobilized in the Federation exceeds 300,000 is also evidenced by the data of state contracts for the purchase of military ammunition, signed after the announcement of mobilization in 11 regions of Russia. Russian Defense Minister Shoigu said that 1% of the reservists have been mobilized. But in the article of Layout magazine, it is calculated that in 8 of the 11 regions there were much more mobilized. In the Khabarovsk territory 3.5%, in the Tver region 3%, in Kalmykia 2.8%. Russia continues to send prisoners to war. In the Kemerovo region alone, more than 100 people were recruited into the Wagner private military company, the Layout edition reports. Reported by Serhiy Kulias, Yulia Hranovska, UATV News.